actually is similar to low-rise building, but a little bit different because the difference of height. Okay, but before that, I think let's do some revision. Okay, let's do some. Okay, before that, I think there is still some student join. Oh, ramai ni. Okay, double confirm Zari Salina baru join ke?
Betul Doktor.
Okay, alright. Lagi tadi ada 2-3 orang juga. Nur Rika Datul. Ada? Ada. Muhammad Zulhizat.
Saya Doktor.
Ada. 3 orang saja. Chin Wing Hong. Afikah binti Ahmad.
Ya Doktor.
Ada So 2 orang je lah. Chin Wing Hong dengan Nurika Datul. Alright. Okay, sebelum kita mulakan, saya nak buat satu latihan dulu. Tutorial chapter 6 based on previous water supply. Okay. Last week we already learned water supply system. Firstly, we check criteria. What is the criteria of water that we can drink or potable water? And then the main distribution. Okay, we have source of water. We need to check where we should get the source water. There are surface water, underground water, and then after obtain the source.
Saya ada.
Siapa tu?
Nurihadatul Aish.
Rikadatul. Okay, nanti saya update.
You.
Rikadatul Kita tulis dulu. Oh, ada delay kan? Saya tanya dah lama tadi, maknanya mungkin ada delay. Kata Pak Awak. Okay, baiklah. Again, kita lihat kriteria, kita lihat source of water, and then before we can use that water, we have to have a treatment first, right? Water treatment plant. And then distribution by gravity or pump or combination of gravity and pump system. And then when we look into detail into the distribution for the end customer, okay, such as residential house. So to connect from the main pipe to the house boundary is communication pipe. 1. 2 meter, main pipe, 2 meter, communication pipe. And then inside the boundary of house, we have supply pipe or service pipe, where minimum should be 1 sent to kitchen because we need potable water. Direct water is recommended or suitable for drinking water. Meanwhile, another branch will go to the tank. So the water from the tank is, if it's not recommended to drink directly, you have to filter to treat the water because sometimes in the tank there will be stagnant, air yang tidak bergerak pada masa yang lama. If the water is being stagnant for long time, kekal tak bergerak, dia akan ada penyakit. Okay, we'll have problems for the water. So that's why we recommend or they recommend that the best source of water to drink or potable water is direct water. Okay. And then, as I mentioned before, is typical type of indirect water distribution. Okay, at least 1 to the kitchen, and then the rest through the tank, and then the tank will distribute to all the fittings by distribution pipe. Alright. Another type is direct water, which is no tank, basically, simple way. And all the advantages is when we use direct water, all fittings have accessible to potable water, right? And then the pressure of water slightly higher compared to indirect water supply. Okay. Now, this is a question maybe can take 10 to 15 minutes and then we discuss. So this is a problem statement for you, issue. No, actually some case study. So this is typical terrace house, double story. Okay, so 1 house, 2 house and so on. Okay, so to make sure you can imagine how the flow of water, distribution of water of this house, Okay, please prepare the schematic diagram of the water supply system for this house by using, this is by using indirect water supply system. Okay, previous class we already checked type of schematic kan. Ada schematic yang detail every pipe, ada schematic yang based on one flow. So you need to consider all these things. Ground floor we have external garden pipe, external garden fitting lah. So dekat luar ni ada pipe basuh untuk garden ataupun basuh kereta lah kat luar, dekat dinding dalam lah, luar rumah. Okay, bukan luar rumah, but luar bangunan lah, dekat dalam boundary. Inside boundary have one fittings, and then kitchen basin, and then toilet. Under ground floor toilet has a wash hand basin, water closet and shower. Meanwhile, at the first floor we have two toilets. Both toilet have same equipments, which is wash hand basin, water closet and shower. So please take this 10 minutes to sketch the distribution of the two-story house, and then we discuss. Is it okay? Am I clear?
Yes, Doktor.
Okay, alright. Boleh teruskan. So we look at the 225 or 230, right? Okay. By the way, dua pelajar yang baru saja join boleh double confirm, tulis your name at the chat box supaya saya tak terlupa untuk update. Okay, I think I found Chin Wing Hong okay, to confirm alright. Lagi satu tadi siapa, Zaris okay, Zaris boleh tulis nama, nanti saya lupa, nanti tulis kat chat box. Oh sorry, Rikadatul. Okay, Rikadatul, okay dah ada tadi. Zaris respons ke Zaris? Okay, macam mana? Dah settle? Ke perlukan masa lagi? Saya perlukan lukisan daripada anda. So kita compare lah respon daripada anda semua. Okay, contoh okay. Afika binti Ahmad. Afika binti Ahmad. Boleh tunjukkan awak punya ni sketch? Atau ada siapa-siapa nak share, kita bincang. So you dapat tahulah you punya tu okey ke tidak. Ramai live meeting ni. Dah kenapa? Brody live meeting. Siapa lagi live meeting ni? Aimin Najla. Hai. Okey, saya bagi masa 5 minit untuk 5 minit lah. Siapa-siapa lah yang nak share. Okey, share kat dalam WhatsApp group. Hantar kat WhatsApp group. Alright, seorang. Okey, Rifka ada seorang. Ada lagi tak nak tunjuk? Lagi dua lah, lagi dua. Contoh lagi dua. Siapa yang berbesar hati nak share, you dah lukis kan, penat-penat. You snap picture, you hantar je kat group. Mungkin lagi dua. Satu dah hantar Rika untuk share. So kita tengok yang mana betul ke tidak. So saya tinggal komen je. Lagi dua orang. Lagi dua contoh. Nur Alia. Boleh share awak punya tak? Ni Nur Alia binti Abdul. Nampak ni. Siapa-siapa? Fan Kang Bao. Alright, Manoj. Okay, thank you very much. You are very sporting lah Manoj. Okay, dua. Oh, cantik lukisan. Alright, last kali. Okay, Ziking. Okay, saya rasa cukup. Okay, thank you very much. Very sporting student. Okay, ada lagi contoh. Okay, lagi banyak contoh. Lagi senang kita. Okay, mungkin lagi banyak yang dia nak hantar. So, kita nak tengok macam mana skematik yang diterima. Okay, you lukis dan saya judge. Okay, so nanti you tahulah. Nanti kalau you kena buat sketching, you tahulah macam mana kan. Alright, no problem. I think 4 is enough. Very 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 4. Good. Okay, ini picture Okay, download. Boleh edit tak? Okay, edit. Yeah, open with. Edit Edit, okay. Ni. Okay, sebentar saya tak press. Okay, alright. Kita lihat nombor 1. Alright, so okay, ni contoh satu lukisan, saya tak ingat. Okay, right. So diminta untuk melukis soalan yang macam ni. Dia beri dia punya spek ni. Okay. Condition dia mestilah indirect water supply. So contoh jawapan adalah macam ni. Okay. Alright, by the way, in this type of drawing, basically I can see that ada level ground floor, first floor, ada water tank, so it is indirect. Okay. Cumanya kalau macam ni dia tak lengkap lah. Alright. Sebab you mesti tunjukkan semua water fitting ni. dekat external garden dan semua ni lah. So untuk macam ni simple dan labeling tak ada. So for improvement you need to list to show all the schematic including all fittings, and then yes, and also better to include meter also. Ada meter, includes all fittings dan semua equipment. Alright. So kita nampak satu contoh yang simple, tapi recommendationnya perlu improvekan lagi.
Okay, thank you Dr.
Alright. Senang kan? So kita tahu. So takut nanti so kita tahulah mana yang boleh, mana yang tak boleh kan. Alright. Nombor 2. Okay, ini pun okay, kita lihat. Alright, label ada. Okay, kat sini main pipe. Okay, good. Ada meter. Cantik. Cumanya okay, lepas meter ni ada untuk garden kat luar. Alright, garden. Okay, nanti saya komen sikit. Garden maksudnya kalau garden macam ni ditunjukkan garden guna direct. Garden guna direct. Manakala and then kitchen guna direct. Okay, tapi dekat alright, and then finish dia naik atas pergi dekat water storage system. Cumanya recommend untuk labelkan direct. And then dia kat sini dia gunakan schematic jenis one floor. Shows that from here it will go to the first floor. Ada 2 bathroom, alright. So ada okay, good, ada hand wash, besin, ada apa ni, water closet, okay, hand wash, besin and shower. Okay, cuma tak ada label. Kalau macam ni perlu ada label. Alright. And then ground floor, okay, seterusnya pergi ke bawah. Maknanya toilet semua pakai from water storage. Okay. And my comment is actually okay, garden. So most biasanya garden ni kita kalau boleh nak elakkan guna portable water lah. So normal, typically garden also will distribute by water storage lah. Okay, water storage. Okay. Mungkin ada sebahagian, there is possibility some development they provide direct water, but okay, but normally very jarang lah, jarang. Biasanya even though at outside near to your meter, normally it will distribute by water tank. So potable water only for kitchen, right? So that is to take consideration lah. Right, what other example? Okay, like this. Okay, this is also very clean. Kita tengok dia ada okay, first floor, ground floor, house outside. Okay, inside house garden. Okay, mungkin tadi salah faham, tapi maksud saya soalan ni adalah pilih tu sebenarnya dekat luar rumah tapi dia dekat dalam boundary. Contoh dekat
sorry Dr, saya tersalah inside building and outside building actually.
Okay, so outside dekat luar sinilah, maksudnya outside boundary. Kalau kat dalam biasanya pilih garden tu dekat dinding dalam ni kan, nak basuh kaki ke, basuh kereta ke. Okay, so basically this is look nice, this schematic looks nice. So main supply, kalau boleh ada meter kat sini. So sepatutnya ni boundary cantik. So garden ni dekat dalam lah. Okay, ni sama macam case tadi, you guna garden daripada direct water, which is not recommend. So garden should be from water system. Okay, and then kitchen besin correct, and the rest is from water system. So the first floor ada ketiga-tiga ni, kedua ada ketiga-tiga ni, dan ke bawah pun ada ketiga. So good, right? Good. Basically you can use this type of schematic, but this is also interesting. Yang previous student dia lukiskan simbol. This is also good, nice. So you can use this one or you can use this one. Okay, very good. So sebagai guideline you boleh guna ni atau ni, masih boleh diterima. Okay, last example mungkin sinilah. Okay, ini pun okay, ini format lain je pula. Alright. So kita instead of detail, ni guna simbol. Tapi sepatutnya perlu juga ni lah label. Yang ini guna label, yang ni guna simbol. Kalau simbol macam ni, you pun kena buat juga macam legend lah. HB apa, WC apa, buat legend. Okay, kita lihat daripada main supply. Main supply, okay, kemudian ni apa ni? Kitchen kitchen basin right. So main supply, kitchen basin. Main supply pergi mana ni? Okay, alright. Dekat sini semua correct except for kitchen lah. Kitchen direct. Okay, kitchen should be from main. So main supply, meter go to kitchen. And then the rest from water storage system. Okay, this good, and this student make garden also correct from water storage system. Okay, so basically very good. This one very good. This one also good, and this one also good. Okay. Cuma yang dua ni again garden from water storage system. Meanwhile for kitchen should be direct for potable water. Okay, jelas? Mana yang diterima, mana yang tak diterima? Boleh Okay, saya assume boleh lah. Alright, ada lagi, okay, ada yang lagi yang hantar dia. Alright. Okay, yang last ni sama je lah dengan Haikal atas tu. So, cuma lagi detail sikit lah. Dia ada, okay. Tunjuklah halang-halang share ni. Okay. So kalau nak lukis macam ni, again kita kena label jugalah, at least label sikit apa benda tu. Main. Okay, ini tak clear lah. Ini ada air panas. Okay. Alright. So ni ada air panas. So okay, mungkin soalan saya pun tak detail. So biasanya kita guna cold water lah. Untuk soalan ni kat Malaysia ni cold water system only. But possible to include hot water. But untuk ini sepatutnya toilet ni daripada atas lah. Okay. Toilet daripada water storage system. Only kitchen basin with direct water. Okay. Alright, settle. Simple. So kita dah lihat semua contoh jawapan. Terima kasih. So hopefully you take something from this discussion. You can get view what is the best schematic. What is the option to explain your schematic drawing. And if you understand this schematic, you will know where to tackle if problem happen. For example, if water pressure drop, so when you can illustrate this distribution in your house, you know, okay, firstly maybe check here, and then maybe check here. But if toilet 1 is okay, toilet 2 is not okay, where should you check? So this is very important, especially in current residential area and many issue, even though in my taman also, sometimes people complain water pressure low in house, but some of house is okay, some house is not okay, and then they call plumber, and then the plumber solve the unrelated matter, and so waste of money. So other than to use during working as a civil engineer, maybe you can use this information for your own usage for your own house future. All right. Okay, that is for residential house, low residential house. Okay, let's look at let's continue a little bit, maybe 15 minutes about high rise. Part 2. Okay. So the difference between low rise and high rise building water distribution is the high rise building is very high. Okay. So there are three main types. Okay. First is based on this slide. There is a pressurized cold water system. Okay. Pressurized cold water system, potable water. Pressurized potable water. Ini untuk bangunan yang tinggi lah. Pressurized potable air yang boleh diminum, drinking water. And then number two, indirect water system. Okay, slightly sama, simple, almost similar with the low rise. We have a tank, and a very rare occasion we have a direct water supply. Number three. Okay, let's look into number two first. System number two, which is mainly most of building for high-rise apartment, high-rise building using this indirect water supply system. Why? Because in this system we use water tank. Okay, what is the difference between a low-rise building? So it has pumps because the building is high level, so they need pressure. We need pressure to push the supply water to the water tank. And then what is the capacity, the criteria of the water tank? For indirect water system for high-rise building, the water tank will be, the volume is 2/3 from total capacity, total requirement. Okay, for example, the building, they already, for example, calculate they need, for example, 10,000 liter, 10,000 liter. They need storage of 10,000 liter. Okay, but for the storage, we'll only cover, we can use the size is 2/3 only. Meanwhile, 1/3 is stored at the suction tank of total volume, suction tank. Okay, let's look in detail how this distribution. All right. Firstly, we have meter normal, and then after the meter, the water will be stored temporarily at the suction tank. Okay, 1/3 from total capacity. Okay, why? And then after the, okay, before that, after that, from the suction tank, it will supply the water for pumps. Okay, then there is question, why we need suction tank? All right, because in this type of system, we need pumps, right? Okay, one of the reason we need suction tank is to make sure we have continuous supply of water for the pumps. Okay, continuous supply. Okay, because what? Sometimes water pressure from the main water pipe, pressure sometimes can be fluctuate. Sometimes high, sometimes normal, sometimes slow. And when this happen, is if we don't have a suction tank, it will become, this fluctuation will create problem to the pumps. Okay, sometimes if pressure low, pumps will work harder. Okay, and then sometimes there is some sand or bubble inside the water. Okay, so it will make the pumps will not works efficiently. Okay, the pump tidak dapat bekerja dengan efisien jika menggunakan direct supply. So to prevent that problem, so we need, okay, or they suggest to use suction tank. So the suction tank will, the water always available, and the pump will always have access to the ready water for the pump system. So there is no pressure problem, there is no bubble problem. Maybe they can also put some filter to prevent sand or something. Okay. Next, after the pump, the water will be pumped through a riser until the top of the building, which is the main water storage system. Again, it is 2/3 of the capacity. And then from here, it will share directly or send directly to all rooms or house for each level. Okay. All right. Simple like that. And then if the building need heating system, hot water, so there is a hot water storage generator here, boiler. Okay, so from the main tank, the cold water will send to the boiler, and then the hot water will be sent to all of house. Okay, it can be at the bottom or it can be at the upper part of the building, the boiler. right? So if you see this, so basically for high-rise building, in this type, there is no specific system for potable water, right? So my recommendation is for this type of building, for each house, better to have their own filtration, filtration or water treatment system, lah. Okay, water treatment. Because but normally in the big building like this, the water, it is a rare occasion that the water will be stagnant, because there are many residents, so the water will always, somebody will use lah. Okay, and already would always top up new water. But just in case, better to have a good filtration or water treatment system for each house lah. Okay, so that is indirect water supply system. So what is the features is the tank itself. Okay. Another advanced system is similar like indirect water supply system, but it has boosted drinking water, boosted or pressurized potable water. Okay, look at this figure. Okay, similar. Imagine this is a tall building. Lukisan saya tak berapa tegak. Tall building. Okay, so this is main water tank, water storage tank, water storage system or water storage tank, and here also should be a suction tank lah. Should be this suction tank. Okay. Then okay, sorry. So from here, main supply. Okay. So in this house, you can see here it receive direct water, drinking water boost at this level, house at this level. So it has two type of supply. One is drinking water, one is non-drinking water from water storage system. Okay, so that is cold water, pressurized cold water system. So in the bottom part, because in this level it is called unboosted, because maybe the height is not too high, so the water pressure is enough to send the drinking water to certain level. So that's why in the certain bottom level they can have drinking water unboost. Meanwhile, in the middle of the top part of the building, we required a pressure cylinder. Okay, additional equipment, pressure cylinder, where from the main water pipe, okay, one branch to the water storage systems and another branch go to pressurized cylinder. Okay, so from here, pressurized cylinder will give pressure to the water speed here. Okay, so because they want to give the potable water access to the middle or high level of building. Okay. Right. Okay, let's read a little bit. For building higher than about 10 story, it is necessary to consider that consideration be given to pressurized balancing at individual drop-off fittings by means of orifice plate or by arranging the piping system in vertical zone with reducing valve. So for very high building, the provision of intermediate water storage and further pumping may be necessary. Okay, so in this system, they require pressure cylinder to provide a boost or pressure to make sure drinking water also available at the high level. Okay, or if the building have three level, for example, low level, intermediate level, high level. So intermediate and high level should has their own pressure cylinder, okay, to provide drinking water. Okay, so it's slightly different from here. From here, it doesn't have a drinking water, but here has. Okay, that is only the difference. And last but not least, for direct water system supply. Okay, this is very rare because some of building for apartments that not too high, okay, and they want potable water available, So they can use this one. Okay, but still, because this is a high rise, they still require a slightly small roof tank of fresh water. Okay, so from the meter, and then we have a pump. Okay, and then straightforward a meter, pump, and directly go to the fresh water tank, and then supply to all of residents or level. Okay, but to be noted that okay, several level di bawah water tank ni, under the water tank maybe don't have enough pressure because they have a small heat difference. Okay, so when there is a small gravity effect, so maybe the pressure will become lower. So what happened is another alternative is to provide pump for the 3 or 4 level above underneath the freshwater tank system, and the rest can just be used by gravity. So that is a direct water supply system for apartment. Okay. But in my experience, normally for high rise they will use this one and this one. Okay. And also to be noted that this is for water supply for potable and daily usage. If we relate back to chapter 4, water supply for fire protection system, so water supply for fire protection system should have a different water storage tank. Okay, perlu ada water storage tank yang berlainan. Alright. Okay, selain daripada ini, besides this concept or method of water supply, another consideration is to check is sizing. Okay, pipe sizing. Okay, so for your information, just for your review, so you can check the calculation and design, but this is not covered in our course recently, but this is covered previously when this course is 3 credits. So you can check here the some of standard procedure, typical procedure how to estimate. So we need to know to estimate how many liters required for resident. Okay, and then decide the size, okay, and also consider whether we want how many additional supply. Okay. Then finally we can get the full final requirement. For example, this is main capacity, and then plus additional for emergency. Okay, so from here then we can design. Okay, we can know the roughly estimate the size of the suction tank and storage tank. Okay, you can check here just for your information. Okay, so I think this I will cover until here only for this course, right? So additional information also about solar heating of water, right? This one you can read here. Okay, until now, is there any question? So if no question, I can just wrap up this course. Okay, saya boleh rumuskan saja course ini dan anda boleh fokus kepada project, assignment dan juga final exam lah. So again, final exam is on 17th July. Okay, ada apa-apa pertanyaan, soalan mengenai chapter ini? Water supply for high rise building. Tak ada?
Ya.
No.
Saya tak ada soalan, tapi boleh tak kalau saya nak minta jawapan untuk tutorial tadi?
Jawapan untuk tutorial?
Haa.
Tutorial mana?
Schematic diagram.
Oh ni?
Tadi yang kita Sebab nak tengok macam mana.
Dekat grup lah.
Tak group. Okay.
Oh tak, okay. Maksudnya jawapan daripada saya. Jawapan daripada saya adalah komen saya tadilah. So you boleh guna okay. Alright. You boleh tiga ni okay. Okay, bukan ni kejap You boleh jawab macam ni. You boleh jawab macam ni. You boleh jawab macam ni. Okay. Yang ini cumanya perlu ada label. Okay, alright, yang saya boleh komen. Okay, ikut yang ni lah. Yang ni cantik lah. Yang senang lah nak senang. Ini okay, yang ni pun okay. Okay. Yang ni okay. So maksudnya cuma dekat sini semua betul kecuali garden Garden ni mestilah daripada water storage system. Okay. Garden ni dia patut dia macam ni. Daripada water storage ke garden. Tapi jika you tengok jawapan yang dia ni, ada masalah sikit dekat kitchen. Kitchen dia guna from tank, tapi kitchen should be from main supply. So dekat sini, mungkin kat sini lah jawapan saya punya skema macam ni lah. Cuma main supply dia kitchen ni mestilah daripada main supply. Right. So bila you jawab macam ni, you buat macam ni, WCHB. So ni perlu sediakan satu legend. WC tu apa, HB tu apa. Okay. Kalau macam ni you dah siap tulis label, so okay. Kalau macam ni you kena still tulis label lah. Tapi boleh jugalah. Saya rasa saya terima lah sebab ini jika you guna simbol yang betul yang saya share minggu lepas, so saya rasa it's still okay. Itu jawapan saya untuk jawapan tadi. Boleh?
Okay, boleh. Thank you, Doktor.
Alright. Saya tak lukis pun tapi saya guide lah. Alright, kalau tak ada soalan, mungkin saya boleh wrap out lah, summarize about this course. So basically apa yang kita pelajari, okay, alright. So today is our final class. Apa yang kita dah belajar sebenarnya dalam masa mungkin 11 atau 12 minggu ni. Okay, chapter 1 kita ada introduction, classification, building management system. Chapter 2 is about heat transfer in building. Okay, hopefully you still remember. Chapter 3 is about ventilation, natural ventilation, mechanical ventilation. Chapter 4 fire prevention system, building transportation, and then electrical and also water supply. So the main things, my expectation, or I hope student at least can show is able to read or provide schematic diagram of the system. Okay, especially chapter 3 and above lah, chapter mechanical ventilation dan ke atas. So if you should able to understand the system, understand the component, and able to sketch. Or when you are given the sketch, schematic diagram, you can understand how the system works, how to check the system, the plan, and also the actual construction. Okay, because some of you will be a consultant, some of you will be at the sites. Okay, so it is very important to understand this to make sure there are no discrepancies between civil and structure works and also M&E system. But it is actually normal, not normal. Is we also during especially in construction during at the sites, it is always a requirement. We need to always discuss or reconfirm with the other engineers, electrical or mechanical engineer. When we want to construct something, to make sure all the openings is there, all requirement is there, I need to double confirm to us, the engineer, to get the information from them, M&E engineer. Right. Okay, again, and then about the what are the assessment? The assessment for this course. So apa yang belum saya bagi adalah test. Test. I'm still not. I have 200 students, so very slow process of marking. But I will try to finish before final exam lah. Okay, test. Alright. For test, I will share. Maybe I will make a small video about explain the answer later. We still don't discuss yet, right? The answer. Okay. So test, I will provide you video for revision about the answer. And then the test also, if I will give you preparation for exam. Okay, I will give one question, one set of question for final revision. Okay, so in author, this I will provide soon, maybe next week. So you are freely, this is optional. So you are freely to do this lah. So I will also, I will give question first, right? And then maybe give the answer without jalan kerja. Okay, so you can make sure if the jalan kerja betul, your answer betul lah. Okay, so this is final exam revision. So then related to test, if later when I share your marks, if student less than 55% for test, you are required to submit to this final revision is meant to be not to be submit, but to make sure you make because if you receive less than 55%, so automatically you need to resubmit. At least I want to check you make some revision. Okay, we can call this as a CQI, continuous quality improvement. To make sure you will ready for final, because so you need to submit this. Okay, jelas tak? Boleh faham Saya akan bagi satu soalan, set soalan final. Bukan final lah, revision lah. Okay. Tapi siapa nanti keputusan makan test final less than 50%, you need to submit. Okay, yang tak ada, kalau semua lebih 50%, so okay, no need to submit. But anybody less, maybe I will inform lah. Matric card siapa-siapa perlu hantar. Okay. Bukan untuk saya, untuk kamu juga, supaya saya pastikan you are ready. Alright, untuk kebaikan you juga. So hantar ni untuk pastikan, okay, you dah buat, so you are ready. Okay, and then project saya suruh hantar bila?
Minggu ke-15.
Berapa? Bulan 7, okay. 2 bulan 7 So 2 bulan 7 hantar report. Okay. And then plus video video. Okay. And then apa lagi? Assignment. Okay, assignment ni 5 marks So I give you assignments, I also give you the rubric. So if you want to get the 5 marks, you just need to prepare answer as the rubric. Okay, alright, let's look at the assignment. Okay, assignment ni apa? Dia sama je, dia sebenarnya untuk chapter 2. Assignment cuma dia ada kerja dia bukan direct question because saya nak lebih kepada aplikasi. So you perlu improve propose design. So ni dinding, ni dinding west ni pembetulan sikit east. Sebab apa east? Because east is the worst during solar radiation during east is very hot. So that's why need to propose improvement. So instead of you calculate as in normal conditions, so to make it more realistic, you need to provide material or the improvement, modification should be available online. Okay, and then how to, what is the final average U value after you install this one. Okay, so given this average, so what you need to do is to calculate average U value. Okay, but you need to find a material to improve. For example, you want to add insulation. Okay, how many thickness is required and what is material specification you need to provide here. Check dekat online Shopee ke apa, kalau ada insulation ke, XPS insulation board ke, polystyrene board ke, thickness dia berapa, K value dia berapa, U value dia berapa, brand apa, price, website, shop kat mana. Provide this. And then macam mana you nak optimize. Contoh kalau insulation dekat market jual hanya 25 mm. So tak cukup. So you buat double, 25 mm insulation 2 layers. Then baru boleh capai ini. So you kena tunjuklah. You kena explain sikit dia punya design macam mana. Kemudian mungkin insulation saja tak cukup. So you boleh check juga contoh glass. You nak change glass. Okay, so glass nak guna glass apa? So dia punya spec kena tulis kat sini, boleh beli kat mana, harga berapa. 1 kaki ke, 1 feet. Biasa glass dia by feet feet square. Glass feet square. Ada jangan risau, you boleh cari ataupun you boleh contact company. Contoh Ajia Glass. Okay, Ajia Glass. Lepas tu ada macam-macam lah. Okay, then when you obtain the materials properties from the market survey, then you can propose lah improvement. So dapat tak dalam range ni? Okay. So assume this one and this one for surface resistant. Okay, itu saja. Dan kalau nak dapat 5 markah, provide 2 lah, maknanya ada 2 modification. Contoh tadi again insulation dengan glass. Okay. And then provide detail calculation and provide ni market survey ni. You cukup ni dapat ada ni saya tengok cukup 5 markah. Kalau you tak mampu, you tak ada idea, you hanya provide 1 je, so mungkin 3 lah. Ataupun bila you provide macam yang ni, tapi ada kesalahan pengiraan, you dapat 3 lah. So 1 ni jarang lah 1 ni. Biasa 3 atau 5 lah saya rasa korang punya ni. Okay, tapi you boleh target like this. So I think 7 to 10 days is enough. So I give you maybe, kalau you start by end of this week, okay, so maybe I give you, I extend sikit lah. Okay. 10 Julai. So then 10 Julai. So saya harap ni tak mengganggu study week lah. So saya rasa ni sekejap je. Yang penting yang lama sikit, mungkin you perlu masa 1 jam 2 jam untuk cari barang ni lah. Okay. Mungkin okay lah saya letak dia 10 hari lah, 10 hari 3 lah. Okay. 9 lah, 9 Julai 9 Julai. Assignment 9 Julai. Tapi kalau you ada masalah, you inform saya. You cakap hantar, ada masalah, hantar lambat sikit. Tapi mesti hantar untuk dapatkan 5% tu. Okay. Assignment, project, okay, quiz dah settle. So, saya akan ambil average lah. So siapa yang tertinggal tak buat quiz, so saya still akan bahagi 2. Okay. So that's all, I think. That's all for assessment. Okay, project. Okay. Cuma ni ada masa lagi sikit. Mungkin saya nak interview sedikit lah, group by group, apa you punya progress. Okay. Nanti saya akan panggil. Okay, dan last but not least, mungkin ada yang nak tanya tapi segan apa yang akan keluar final. Okay. Biasanya final exam, apa yang kita selalu bincang, kita tutorial dalam kelas, biasanya saya akan itu. Itu dia tips dia. So you ingat balik apa yang kita buat tutorial dalam kelas daripada hari minggu pertama sehingga hari ini. Check balik nota, you punya nota tu. Biasanya tips yang paling kuat adalah itulah. Okay, cuma yang saya boleh katakan chapter 2 calculation, chapter heat transfer and electric, biasa setiap SEM akan keluar. Okay, calculation, heat transfer and electric. Okay, and then chapter 3 ventilation, ventilation system. Okay, you kena faham dan dapat ventilation. Okay, case study case study pula. Ventilation system lebih kepada case study. You kena propose diberi situation. Okay. Sama juga chapter 4 fire protection dengan building transportation. Okay, you kena fahamkan konsep dan soalan adalah berdasarkan case study. You kena suggest pendapat, suggest ataupun tapi mesti reasonable lah. Mesti explain dan justify. And then chapter 6 also propose. Okay. Kebanyakan soalan adalah berdasarkan chapter 2 until 6 ada, dan soalan bukan adalah lebih kepada propose ataupun show schematic, explain how the system. So you need to understand the system to make sure you can sketch, you can explain. Alright. Now next thing is I want to inform you how to answer. Okay, the problem recently, because I have for example this class is 100 students and many students answer in form of paragraph, karangan. Explain in term of paragraph. So hopefully after this no answer, please avoid answer your question providing answer in paragraph format. So please provide answer in point format. Okay, so I can differentiate one point to another point. Okay. So please answer in point format. Okay, one point, ni lah, satu isi lah. Okay. 1 point, 1 info. Okay, so next explain. Okay, if the question is about explain, you need to explain by point what is about the system. Yeah. Make sure your point highlight what is you want to. Don't explain unnecessary. Okay, please read the question carefully. Read what is the question is about. Apa yang soalan tu nak secara detail. Okay, read minimum 2 times, 2 or 3 times. Okay, sometimes when you already makes many exercise, maybe when you read the question only half, and then you know, oh, this question should be to answer this, and then you just directly go to answer. But sometimes the question will be different. Want to different answer to do want you to do different things. So the thing is, read carefully, try to understand the question, what the question want. Okay, and then answer. If explain, please provide a good explanation point by point. Okay, if the question need to propose, so you need, when propose, you need to show idea first, show your idea in terms of sketch. Okay, and then explain the idea. Okay, explain the idea. Firstly, the idea. Okay, based on this condition, it should be like this. Okay, and then explain how it works. Okay, why this is important. Okay, explain. Or explain or justify lah. Justify. Okay. That is how you answer the question. Alright. That is about the final exam. Is there any other question? Soalan lain? Tak ada. Okey, kalau tak ada, okey, kalau tak ada, kita teruskan kepada sempat lah. Ni berapa, 20 kumpulan, 20 groups. Tak sempat lah. Okay, I think I plan to check your progress, but so for evaluation for presentation lah. But I think never mind. Video so that no choice, you have to provide video maybe less than 10 minutes. Please check again the arahan, but just straightforward, no need to introduction much. You just inform type of house, just explain about the house, the room, the mechanical system, and then just directly inform for mechanical ventilation what is the requirement, what you use, what brand, just additional maybe features of your fan, features of your aircon, maybe you can put that. Okay, and then electric, just inform to show the distribution and show where is the aircon, and show okay, just explain the fuse, the MCB, okay, and then how many fuse, how many MCB for a switch, how many MCB for socket outlet, okay, something just simple like that, okay, straightforward. All right, that is all from me. Thank you very much for attending this class, and I think the attendance for this class is quite good. Not much student have problem. Yeah, so maybe what I teach here, what I explain here is not enough, because 2 hours is too short to introduce all things. So what I basically, if you research back, check back in the slide or what info from me, is just keywords for each system. So you can, if you want to further information, you can check by yourself, or there is one more course in year 4, final year, building services. So in that course, you will be introduced to design certain of things, to consider certain of things. Right? So I'm very sorry for what I'm lacking, but I always ready to explain to you if you want further clarification before final exam. Okay, so to make sure you can have your marks complete, make sure you submit all requirement, project, assignment, okay, and so on. So I wish you good luck for final exam lah. That is all. So thank you very much. Assalamualaikum, and good luck for your project, assignment, and final exam. All right. Thank you.
Thank you, Doctor.
Thank you, Doctor.
Thank you, Doctor.
All right.
Thank you, Doctor.
Thank you.